vivienda antes de ir al suroeste, donde se produjo otro ataque. Lo que está ocurriendo en Tal y lo que ha ocurrido en otros pueblos es consecuencia de la violencia de los colonos. Nadie los detiene. Sus acciones provocaron la muerte de estos jóvenes. Yo pidieron que fuera al hospital. Cuando llegué descubrí que mi hijo había sido asesinado, al igual que tres sobrinos.
Colonos israelíes desatan ola de violencia contra comunidades palestinas en Cisjordania ocupada, cometiendo asesinatos, hiriendo familias y destruyendo viviendas. Cientos de israelíes progresistas protestan contra la violencia de los colonos extremistas.
You know, in ethnic cleansing the country, something was meant to say, and you might be witnessing this process right now.
Periodista advierte que Israel está creando las condiciones para cometer un genocidio en Cisjordania. En Brasil, Flavio Bolsonaro, candidato a la presidencia,
Se acercaron a las casas de las viviendas antes de ir al suroeste, donde se produjo otro ataque. Lo que está ocurriendo en Tal y lo que ha ocurrido en otros pueblos es consecuencia de la violencia de los colonos.
Informativo Pacifica. Colonos israelíes desatan ola de violencia contra comunidades palestinas en Cisjordania ocupada, cometiendo asesinatos, hiriendo familias y destruyendo viviendas. Cientos de israelíes progresistas protestan contra la violencia de los colonos extremistas. Periodista advierte que Israel está creando las condiciones para cometer un genocidio en Cisjordania. En Brasil, Flavio Bolsonaro oficializa su candidatura a la presidencia, acompañado por Javier Milei con el apoyo de Donald Trump. Miles de estadounidenses exigen justicia para las personas asesinadas por agentes del ICE.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
You're in the disguise car again.
Yeah, I'm in Sonny's car, yeah.
I got this little surprise. I buy this stuff from Ali, China, and they sent me a notice, and the bank sent me a notice that there was a $530 purchase on there.
Alibaba?
Well, yeah, it's AliExpress, but yeah,
AliExpress.
I buy a lot of little stuff. Well, somehow they charged me for a computer. I called the bank last night and said, well, it hasn't shipped yet, and they haven't actually charged you for it yet. So you'll have to wait a day or so. You can't block something when it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it comes up a day before the charge on your account. Yeah.
Well, they sent me one saying, hey, it's getting ready to ship, and the Bank of America sent me the notice, so I just pay attention to that. I've got one or two copies of Office 24 that you can use. I've got to put it on mine first. It was a purchase. It's supposed to be three licenses for $10. So let's see if it works out.
$10 a month?
No, it's forever. That's about what I paid before.
Is that a legal copy or a?
It's supposed to be a legal copy. I never had free salads. Wow.
Well, they charge you
Here's
$100
I know.
like a year.
I know.
Like they don't. No one does.
These are 2024. I mean, it's supposed to be the first time. That's what I've got on the laptop.
Yeah, but it's probably a subscription.
No, it's an unlimited. I don't know. For $10, it's worth a year because I could use the other. One or the other. I don't really use much of anything but Word. But well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to put it on the new one, and see what I'm not sure what I've got on my other two. Well, I grabbed this on the way out. I'm not sure whether this has Office on it or not. Where is it? I didn't mark it. So this is
That little baby computer.
this baby computer. I bought it. This has got 16 gigs of DDS5 memory,
Wow.
and a fairly fast, low power. It'll burst fast. Oh, I messed around with this AT&T thing. This new thing. At first, it was kind of slow. It's 5G to your house. They're offering 1 terabyte or 1,000 megabit soon. What do I need it for?
Wireless? Yeah, you don't need it.
No, I
I
don't need that kind of thing for
300 is fast. 500 is faster. And one.
I took a picture of the. This was
So it's a wireless unit. That's
what you get is one box instead of two. So it's only got two ports. Doesn't really have a router.
well, one port is for your own wireless, probably.
Well, no, the wireless is built in it. It's wired. It's 5 and 6. This was just the run last night. They said it would typically around 300 or more, and like 30 up. Or the
Well, we have, and that's for wireless.
Well, it comes into the house wirelessly. That's AT&T's problem has always been. Their U-verse was high-speed DSL, but the further you were from their box, the slower it got. I was down to about 1 meg at one
So
point.
this is 5G network.
They use the 5G network. If you have AT&T as your phone provider, then you get pretty steep discounts. That's why it's only $20 a month. But you have to orient the box a little bit for the nearest 5G site.
I have AT&T, and I get about that for about, I think, $60 a month.
Well, they've got new plans now that for $60 you get. Well, no, it depends. Some areas
It's
are.
the first year price and then the second year price.
It's guaranteed for at least a year.
That's what I mean.
$20.25.
My first year price was 40, and then my second year price
So
was
they got all these deals. If you pay for it directly out of a bank account, you get a $10 discount. You get like a $40 discount if you already have AT&T on your phone. So that's why I went over it. I figured if it doesn't work right, there's no obligation. Just return the equipment. Well, it's beyond my needs. So
You know, I did a speed test this morning here, and we get about 500 download and about 38 upload.
they took out the rack. Or they just moved it back there.
With Windows 11, I couldn't get any of these to print. from the wireless. These are all wireless. And you wouldn't see the network wireless printers.
I was having trouble with this printer, even with the wires.
Well, I updated. I held my breath and did a. I held my breath and did a. What do you call it? What's the little firmware update on it? It looked like it got stuck. It took about 15 minutes, but now it prints immediately. So I was happy with the firmware update.
más asentamientos ilegales de colonos judíos ante la complicidad de las potencias internacionales. Reporta Patricio Peralta.
I mounted the AT&T unit on top of an armoire upstairs.
Yeah.
And
And you wiggled it around.
I was moving. Well, they have a series. They have a bar graph up there at the top. It's not very sensitive, but it looks like it's in the right place. Faster than 90. But the other thing that surprised me was, and this is a problem I had with the earlier, I didn't have very good coverage around my yard.
Yeah.
Well, when I brought this new one in, the AT&T slated on the computer desk, I was able to use it across the street. I don't know what they've done. It's very strong.
That's cool.
Because I had bought another, with the Spectrum, I had bought another Wi-Fi router, kind of extended range.
So you've been with AT&T for a while, probably since you bought your phone.
It predates several companies before AT&T was involved. You know, AT&T was dissolved by the 4 years. It became Pacific Bell, Southern Bell. It became all these different companies which were not attached to each other any longer. And they've slowly worked their way back into a company, but I think this was LA Cellular at one time, and I've had it since the mid-90s, one company or another.
3 years and 1 month ago, I got 6 phones. I bought 6 brand new phones. I didn't buy them. Well, I got them for free.
It fell off the truck.
AT&T.
It fell off the truck.
No.
What?
No, actually, the lowest level phone was free. I got 5 out of 6 of them. My wife didn't want a new one. And so what I had to do was to go buy on the internet an old Samsung to get it was a Samsung deal to get a $1,000 Samsung. And then I got my Ultra, which was $400 or $500 more, so I paid $400 or $500 for my Ultra. My boys got the extra or the medium level. And they had to pay $200 more, but by having the service for 3 years,
I had 2 phones in my time. My older son and mine. He's got a slightly downgraded Ultra. I got the Ultra and he got one. He didn't need. I didn't feel he needed as much memory as I did for storage.
Well, it's really the camera I was after. The camera's amazing.
I was looking at some pictures I had taken.
I mean, you can just keep expanding the picture and it's still fantastic. You know, it's just amazing. But now, I'm thinking of changing.
Hello? Hello?
emitidas tras las órdenes de arresto de Netanyahu y el exministro de Defensa de Israel, a quien también se acusa de crímenes de
You
guerra.
can't talk and you can't swallow and talk at the same time. You gotta learn.
Irán mantendrá la suspensión de sus ataques mientras Estados Unidos continúe con la pausa en sus
My daughter gave this. I said,
afirmó el conservador y nacional cargo iraní, luego de que el presidente Trump frenara de manera agresiva la campaña militar estadounidense.
I don't know if it's right or not.
Semanas de intensos
It's our
ataques
solution when I get home.
contra Irán. El Pentágono suspendió su
Yeah,
ofensiva
that's
al
pretty
Yemen
cool.
sin que se registraran ataques estadounidenses.
So now I'm looking at switching back to Spectrum because I get all the benefits. You know, all the benefits disappear after 3 years. There's no more benefits.
People play back and forth. They
Every 3 years.
when I cancel Spectrum, they offer me all kinds of things, but I don't have a need for their phone service, and I don't have a need for a home phone. So I don't know. I said, if I pay $20 in addition to my phone, there's no way you can do anything. I'm looking for some. Somebody was taking that at I think it was Cal State Northridge, the auditorium. I was near the back. I got
a night picture.
During a performance, yeah. I got a ticket here. Here's one of them. And I was near the back of the auditorium. I had to lighting. I was really amazed. I was amazed that the camera could be held steady enough.
Well, it's not held steady. You know how they do that?
Well, they take video.
They take a little half-second video, and then they
That's how far back
yeah.
it was.
So then they take the pictures and study them all, and then they make them into one picture.
Here's the close-up guy.
That's pretty good. That's why I like it. That's why I got this thing.
It's fun. It's really, I'm not there with my Nikon with a 7-inch long lens.
So AT&T offered you a $20 a month.
That's what I'm saying. They took it right on immediately. If you get like a $40 discount.
Because what?
Because you're using AT&T telephone service, and you get additional $10 a month because you're using coming out of your bank account. You don't have to worry about billing.
What if you already have their slower service? For new customers, right?
No, I've been an AT&T customer back.
So your internet's been AT&T, and then you changed it, and then got out.
I was at Uverse, and the fastest they could give me, this goes back a couple of years, was 7 megahertz. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
slow.
You're talking about something that happened recently.
This is last week. I went from Uverse to Spectrum, and that got me up to about 400 megs. But it was
okay, so then you went from Spectrum to AT&T.
That's what because they
now
were charging me $100 for nothing at all, except the internet.
Right, but my point is, you're a new customer to AT&T, so you get a year of cheap service.
For that part, they had this whole. I was looking again at the advertising for it. I just sort of
I just know all their tricks, so I'm trying to see what I can get out of Spectrum for changing to them.
I've got
it in the ass.
I've got to return the stuff, the router to them. They're up in Porter Ranch now.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've been up there once or twice. Their service was okay. It was reliable. It was fast, but $100 versus $20.
Mine is for about a year, and then after that, it'll go to I know their prices.
I'm not obligated to any specific time with them, so. This was the easiest setup I've ever gone through, also, except the screwy name and the screwy password, which I could have changed. But no one's going to guess those ever. But I was really impressed with the fact that I got coverage Wi-Fi of the whole yard. I go out by the pool, or if I'm sitting in the car on the street or whatever, I've got a pretty strong signal, stronger than any of the routers I've had before. I don't know how or why. One trick that they do, and I don't know if this one's got it, is that it identifies where you are, and what it does is the antenna points towards you, then maybe what's in there, it's a fairly big box.
Like a directional.
Yeah,
En España,
Knows where you are.
but it's
obligado a
quite strong. I've got the software that shows me signal strength and all for all the different services.
In the end, the internet will track our every step in our yard.
Well, it's a payoff. When I'm sitting
I know.
in the bedroom, it shows me which corner of the room I'm in. The GPS. So
No, I'm just saying, every week, there's evidence that every step we make can be tracked. Every single step.
then be a good boy. My granddaughter, the youngest one's got a watch telephone. It's great. It sounds wonderful. It's got great coverage. I text her, I call her. She's up at camp in Big Bear this week, but I'm not going to disturb her up there.
Are you familiar with this glue?
No.
If you ever take apart phones or any electronics and you're changing the battery on a laptop or electronics, you have to heat up your unit first, pull it off, and then scrape the glue off. This is the glue.
Oh.
It used to cost about $10 a tube. Now for $10 you can get 8.
Jeez.
8 of these. And unlike super glue, if once you use super glue, a week later the tube.
I might do that with my pad. I've got a Samsung pad. Probably time to get a new battery. On the laptops, they're real simple. It's a 5-minute change out, but they're not sealed like the.
Yeah, all the phones are glued together. There's not screws on the back cover. It's all glued.
Just hold your breath.
Yeah, this stuff stinks.
No, but I'm in terms of.
Oh yeah, not dropping screws. Yeah, not just.
En el Día de la Rebeldía Nacional, el presidente de Cuba calificó la política de Estados Unidos hacia la isla como genocida y fríamente calculada. Así lo denunció Miguel Díaz-Canel en el marco de la celebración por el 73 aniversario del asalto a los cuarteles Moncada y Carlos Manuel de Céspedes en Pinar del Río, considerado el inicio de la Revolución Cubana contra la dictadura de Fulgencio Batista. Detalles con Oliver Zamora, corresponsal de RT en La Habana. En medio del recrudecimiento de los ataques de Estados Unidos contra Cuba, miles de mexicanos marcharon el domingo en el 73 aniversario del asalto al cuartel Moncada, que marcó el inicio de la revolución encabezada por Fidel Castro contra la dictadura de Batista, respaldada por Washington. Francisco Rojas, coordinador del colectivo Solidaridad Militante Va por Cuba, dijo ayer en la jornada que la multitudinaria movilización fue un acto de solidaridad con la isla y en rechazo a las amenazas de invasión a la isla lanzadas por Trump. Olivia Garza, vicepresidenta de la Asociación de Cubanos Residentes en México, José Martí, afirmó que el 26 de julio salieron a las calles a la marcha unitaria para resaltar que la verdadera amenaza impuesto por Estados Unidos hace más de 6 días. El presidente de Colombia, Gustavo Petro, aseguró que no permitirán que la toma de posesión de Abelardo de la Espriella se realice fuera del Congreso Nacional. El político ultraderechista de la Espriella ha dicho que la ceremonia se realizará en un cuartel o base militar.
En el discurso pronunciado durante la ceremonia de devolución de la espada de Simón Bolívar al Museo Inca de Bolívar en Bogotá, Petro reiteró exteriormente que no autorizará el uso de ninguna guarnición o instalación militar para la posesión de un funcionario del Poder Civil mientras continúe el control de la presidencia de la República. Sus declaraciones se producen en medio de la controversia por la intención del presidente electo Abelardo de la Espriella de realizar su ceremonia de investidura en una instalación militar.
La resistencia es el camino de hoy. No doy permiso a ninguna guarnición o establecimiento militar para que se aliste hasta el último segundo en que sea presidente para ninguna posesión de ningún funcionario del Poder Civil en Colombia.
En sus declaraciones también hizo hincapié en la defensa de la soberanía nacional, la integración regional y la independencia de América Latina frente a las potencias extranjeras. Además, advirtió sobre el riesgo de que la región vuelva a caer en relaciones de dependencia y subordinación.
Las 5 repúblicas de Bolívar están en proceso de perder su independencia y convertirse de nuevo en virreinato. quizás Colombia más que Venezuela, porque aún en Venezuela gobiernan, así no estemos de acuerdo, pero aquí en Colombia se le debe la presidencia del que va a llegar el 7 de agosto, no al pueblo de Colombia que votó por otra persona, mayoritariamente. Muchísimas armas han sido llevadas de Ecuador al Cauca. Ya sabemos que están esperando que movilizaciones campesinas e indígenas libertarias vengan a protestar ante una ocupación ilegítima. Ya sabemos que esperan eso para lanzar un fuerte equipamiento contra el movimiento social de Colombia.
Además, aseguró que detrás de estos escenarios tenía la intención de provocar una social, que la situación podría escalar hacia hechos de violencia. Mencionó con
La Bolsonaro denunció
My body is not enjoying this heat.
because sometimes he just says it all. And, you know, he tells the truth to the power. He lets it all out. And we already know about his history. So this guy, you know, he's basically bringing a political science class to KPFK. So you're learning a lot. You get your information from KPFK. Let me give out the number, 818-985-5775, 818-985-KPFK, option 2. And help us reach that goal, $300 short. Thank you so much.
FM in Los Angeles and streaming to the whole wide world at www.kpfk.org. Listen to the show, but any way that you can. Okay, my name is Candy B. So happy to be with you. In fact, I'm happy to be here with you every Monday morning because not only are you getting your week started off, I'm also getting my week started off, and there's just no better way to do it than being here and warming you up with some good music. And you know that on Mondays we like to focus on Afro-Latin and Latin rhythms as well as music from Global Village. How many years has it been out? That's our mission, music from around the world and around the block. We listened to Justo Mario, and you remember I had him last week as a special guest, and oh my goodness, what a warm, kind, friendly gentleman he was, talking about his career that has spanned so many years. He's played with so many greats. He's a very talented saxophone player, arranger, band leader. He's great. And he's got this new release out called Alegrías con Coco y Andes. He explained that alegrías are a very typical dessert because they're in Colombia, from the area that he is born. So alegrías con Coco y Andes makes me want to go try that sounds. Anyway, he was here. We were so delighted to have him in the studio, and so we listened to something from that release, something called Como Dice Usted. What? Just like you said it. Just like you say. Again, there's no audio. In fact, we're going to begin the next set, or our first complete set of the morning, with Gusto from the same release. However, I do need to remind you that we are in our summer fun drive. Yep, it started last week, and this is my first day. It looks like it might be a shorter drive than usual, so I really need to pack a punch of these Mondays that I have. So I'm relying on you, our listeners, to just rush to the phones and make a pledge. I'm going to give you a little set of music to get you warmed up, like I always do, but I'm putting it out there that we are looking for a donation. We're looking for a pledge of support. So 818-985-5735 is you to get to the call center. That's the number you got to call this morning and make whatever level of pledge you can make. But certainly we would like to focus on getting more sustaining members, because I think that's where public radio is going these days. We want sustaining members, people every single month. So do $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you can. Okay, first let me get you that music, but I already tossed it out there. I'm hoping that there might be some early birds or some people out there who just are chomping at the bits to call and get their pledge out of the way. So once again, 818-985-5735 until we get to the call center. Up next, let's talk Mario. Or saxophone. 818-985-5735 into
just put on the
Yeah.
the new. It didn't ask me for the ID. I mean, I got it, but it didn't ask me for it. I don't quite understand why that didn't do that.
Have you tried using it? It may ask when you try and use it.
I tried using it. I opened a new document. I opened an old document. I'm going to do a restart and see what it does.
Interesting.
But that potentially leaves two copies now that we could use out of the three.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know this thing about Office versus 365. I don't quite understand why they came up with two names for this whole thing.
Well, 365 was their
So
first. That was their
subscription.
yearly subscription, and a lot of people rebelled against it. So maybe playing with something like that.
I'm going to check my laptop and see which version it's at because I've been using it for at least a year, but there's no sign that it's going to give up.
Well, they'll charge your account every year if it's 365. They will.
I never signed up for that. So
well, if it is, I signed up, and I have like 10 copies for my family. So each of my two sons, my wife, I have one copy here, one copy at home. I have my brother. You're all on my.
You're squeezing every drop out of that one.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm just more used to it. It comes with a little bit of a new feature all the time. So.
Well, what I like about it is I know Excel, I know Access, and I know Word, and a little better than I do on Google Docs.
I would like, and nobody seems to care anymore, but I used to use the database. Yeah, now people switched over to Excel, but the database was really nice.
It's very simple.
Yeah, I didn't need all the bells and whistles. I don't need to do calculations.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
The database was nice.
Like if I want a record of all the DVDs I have, all I need, I don't need much in the way of information.
Yeah, their database was very simple.
Yeah, I had that from the early Macintosh days. Well, some version of that, allowed me to. I kept my eBay stock at the time on that. I could tell what I had, what I was asking for it, and where it was physically located.
Yeah.
say, I have Office on the computer you set up for me,
Yeah,
right?
Office
Yeah.
2007,
Okay, I thought so.
16
Stuart
or
was-
17.
Stuart was saying, well, there's an app you can use, and I said, I think I've already got it.
Yeah, you have a 10-year-old version, but it's more like the one you're used to.
Oh, that's okay.
Probably.
Oh, I'm used to the 10-year-old version.
Yeah.
On both my laptop and.
Yeah, so you probably like the version that you kind of used to. I've been listening to it for probably 20 years, and it blew me away all the different
The short salad here? The Caesar salad?
No, someone got it out, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna put it back in. Oh, it's this.
Yeah, they're all free.
Well, I'll put it back in there, and if nobody takes it, I'll take it. The pasta salad.
Yeah.
Try some of that.
It's nice things about KPFK, and of course, we agree. Let me give you a Waldorf salad.
So that looks good.
Yeah. My neighbor across the street works with a Thai Buddhist center, and Trader Joe brings them some stuff that's a day or two from expiring. And
Oh, that's great.
he shares them with the neighborhood.
I used to work with Ralph when I was food coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'd get, because they'd send stuff to the food bank.
Yeah.
And I put in a request for our fund drives, and so they'd give us all these baked goods,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And boy, I mean, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Asking ye shall receive something.
Yeah. And then I guess the food bank or somebody got huffy about that.
Yeah.
Like beggars can't be choosers, and they were begrudging us ours. And so Ralph said, well, we have to blah, blah, blah. We have to give it to them, which they didn't. I mean, it's a charitable donation, just like ours. But
Yeah.
anyway, that ended that. And it was really too bad, because they'd give us not just bread, but pastries, cake. Oh my God, it was like their whole bakery department, you know? Perfectly good food, you know? So, oh, well, those days are gone.
Yep.
your support. So that's what we're asking for you right now. And Gary, before I talk about the wonderful gifts that I have this morning, because I've got a whole handful of wonderful gifts to offer, we got a note from Maggie, our fearless Maggie, that we have there is one pair of tickets left to go see Tower of Power this week, Wednesday, at the Hollywood Bowl. This Wednesday, and apparently the show was opened up by the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Another legend here, musical legend here in the United States. So, Tower of Power, one pair of tickets left. You're going to go right away this Wednesday. Be outside of the Hollywood Bowl. You know the drill. Get there early, have a picnic, enjoy yourself. Go to one of the picnic areas that they have, across the parking lot or the actual, it's munching it inside. But, I'll say one thing, get your seat, your little seat pad right away, because they run out sometimes and they're only $1. So if you go inside early, get your pad right away. Yeah, that's my tip. Anyway, it's the Hollywood Bowl is just a cultural treasure here in Los Angeles. And even though it's been hot, we always go and cools off nicely in the evening. So the Tower of Power. These are electronics, so we're going to need your email address. You're going to have to download your tickets, electronic tickets. So get to the phone right now, because the first person that calls and claim them, they're yours. Nobody else will be able to get them. So if you want to get that one pair of tickets, you better be calling right now. 818-985-5735. Pick 2 to get to the call center. Again, one pair of tickets. Isn't that amazing, Gary?
Oh yeah, you have songs they do like Still a Young Man, down to the nightclub. What is he? So many great songs. Sparkling in the Sand. This iconic group from Oakland, California, started their career in Oakland and Berkeley, out in that area, and called Oakland around 1969. And they had to play the Fillmore. And in order to play the Fillmore, the Bill Graham, they had to change their name. So they changed their name to Tower of Power, and it stuck. And you have members like David Garrett on drums. You have Emilio Castillo on saxophone. And this group influenced so many artists. So the musicians out there, I would definitely recommend calling them one pair. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone.
They may be gone already, but I don't know. So if you're interested, you need to be calling right now. 818-985-5735. Get to the call center. Put down your $100 pledge, and you'll get the last pair of tickets to see Tower of Power. We're actually listening in the background to what you just mentioned, Gary.
Is there something in the background?
It's Sparkling in the Sand. I remember one time I went to this concert at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was a salsa, and I think it was Tower of Power, and maybe, there's something else in there? Right. Anyway, it was a salsa. Is there something else going on in the background here? Got it. And I remember it was like this war, like a thing between salsa and it was like Tower of Power. I think war. It was really funny. It was like a battle of the bands, and it was really interesting, the dynamics of that concert. But certainly a legendary group, and I don't know, Gary, we need to keep talking about it because I haven't. The one pair we have left may be gone already, but it's worth mentioning again that we have one pair of tickets left. We'll see Tower of Power this Wednesday, not next month, not a couple of months, no, this Wednesday at Hollywood Bowl. Give us a call right now at 818-985-5735. Hit 2 to get to the call center. And I'm thinking, Gary, by the time we start talking again, that pair of tickets will be gone.
That's right. I should mention to just call the phone room. Just something I want to throw out there. Ask him if we still have 4 tickets. War's 50th anniversary greatest hits. Alfonso Sanchez, October 23rd, Friday. I remember us having maybe a couple of pairs left, so maybe you might want to get that, and that goes to the show. No Bill Kathy Diaz, and I should say that this is a very important show for Latin music. When we talk about the music that's coming out, the artists that come into town, like Orange Soul Sour, Alfonso Sanchez, you hear it here on Global Bill Kathy Diaz. So it's a very important show for the music, for the artists, and just think if this show went away, or can you get away to have this type of program? So it's up to you to go to your phone and now for this program and give a sister some love right here. Kathy Diaz has been doing this for so long, inspiration to many, and a narrative to the sound of live music. So I just want to say, listen to this music. It's definitely relaxing because I just came from the Tom Parker program, and it was a little stressful. That music is intense. So let me say this, Kathy, that KPFK this year celebrated a birthday, 67 years old. So if you're out there and you want to give KPFK a special happy birthday shout out, how about pledging $67 in honor of our birthday, and pledging your support, and pledging your support of Latin music, and happy 95 5735, the Tower Power may be gone, call the program and be 95 5735. These are 2 tickets, and they're e-tickets. These will be sent to your phone. You don't have to worry about standing in line and book call. You can just pull it on your phone and just walk to the entrance, and you're in. And how easy is that? 2 tickets. And I will say that most of the time at the Hollywood Bowl, and I'm only guaranteed that we're in Section K. Now, Section K is right in the middle, almost up to the front, right behind the box seat. So you get that big jumbo screen, and you get, good seating. So folks, call now, pledge your support, or ask them for the award. 50th anniversary greatest hits to Alfonso Sanchez. That may be available. I'm not sure, but whatever you can do, if you pledge that $50 and $100 to this radio station, just for the heck of it, that would be much appreciated. This is the Tower. If you don't know about that, now you do.
So again, we're listening to Sparkling in the Sand, which is such a beautiful song. And we hope that we are sparkling to you this morning, and sparkling to your better senses that you're going to call and pledge. If you don't want the tickets, but I think somebody out there wants the last pair of tickets, so again, could be gone. I have no idea. You will only know when you make that call. 818-985-5735 and tune into the call center and claim the last pair of tickets to go see Tower of Power this Wednesday at the Hollywood Bowl with the opening by the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Let's give a little listen here, Gary. Sparkling in the Sand, which is actually very relaxing too. And when we come back, we're going to find out that pair of tickets is going to be coming on to another wonderful person I talk on Facebook.
Can I say this? Let your conscience be your guide. Ask your conscience, should I get those tickets? And I bet your conscience will say, do it. Sometimes your conscience is something else. Talking to you, telling yourself. That's right.
Follow your little finger as it runs to your phone and dials the number 818-985-5735. Call center. So let's give a listen here to Sparkling in the Sand. Let's find out if your tickets is gone.
Pick up that phone.
It's just so, I don't know, it kind of gets under your skin a little bit. There I was, sparkling in the sand with my sunscreen. All right, with my sunscreen. Well, I understand that parenting is still really wrong. So let's just leave it at that and know that somebody's going to claim it before this hour is up. And one parenting is left for Howard at the Hollywood Bowl. Just go to the Hollywood Bowl for any show is something worth it. But when you get two great groups like that, it just makes it even better. So 818-985-5735. Call them and say, I want to claim that pair tickets for Tower Power this Wednesday. But Gary, we have a lot of other gifts. And, we use these gifts as an enticement to get you to pledge. But it would really be nice if we didn't have to do that. It would be really nice if and we think our listeners know that they know the value of taking PFK, or they wouldn't be listening. But it's just, what is this going to motivate them to get them to the phone and make a pledge, especially those people who haven't done that. I mean, we have some very loyal listeners who are frequent callers, frequent pledgers, but what about the rest of you who've never pledged or haven't pledged in a long time? We're trying to motivate you to get to the phone and pledge. Public radio is really an incredible system that we have in the United States, a commercial-free space where you're not being sold a bunch of stuff to go out and buy, just great music programming. And Gary, I do want to say that the last couple of weeks I have had an incredible amount of ticket giveaways. I mean, it seems like my shows are all about ticket giveaways these days, and I'm really happy for a couple of reasons. One, because it's a great gift to our listeners to offer them these tickets for no strings attached. Just give us a call. But also because we're promoting the shows and parties that may not be getting airplay anywhere else. We're introducing a lot of you to these wonderful musicians and giving you an opportunity to see them. We're happy about that. But right now, I would like some of our ticket winners. Tickets with no strings attached to show their gratitude by talking about and making the pledges.
I think I put back in there.
Try to warm it up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Always on a show.
Yeah. Donna came in and thought, this should be in the fridge.
Well, I don't like it real cold.
Okay.
I guess I can heat it up for
No. Just do whatever you want.
Show yesterday or Saturday night at the tour. So, some of you people who want to get on the show, please make a pledge of financial support to the station. It can be any amount that you want it to be. And I should let you know that if you come in with at least a $25 pledge, something you can get a free subscription to Downbeat Magazine. You can get either a hard copy or you can get an online copy or a digital copy or whatever. We'll give you a coupon for Downbeat Magazine, which is a fascinating magazine if you like music. But Gary, one of the gifts that I'm so excited to talk about this morning is this wonderful CD set that we have featuring the music of Omana Portuondo, one of the legendary. She's a legend from Buena Vista Social Club, even though she had a remarkable career before Buena Vista Social Club. And again, her name is Omana Portuondo. She's really up there in years, and just have so much respect for her amazing career over the many decades. And she's just a legend of Cuban music. And we have a 2 CD set that we're offering for only a pledge of $80, and it's some 29 tunes on this 2 CD set, and it covers not only her more recent recordings, but it also includes music that she recorded with Cuarteto de Aida, that was a legendary all-female she was a member of for a long time with some other women. So, she actually was part of Orquesta Anacaona, which was another all-female band before she joined Cuarteto de Aida. So this CD set includes this wide range of spans the wealth of her career from when she worked with the Cuarteto de Aida to when she was more recent recordings. So I don't know, should we give a listen and just hope somebody's going to call, Gary?
Definitely.
Make a pledge?
And her career has spanned 60 years and still continues to this day. So where are my Cubans at? Call up 818-985-5735. You can become a sustainer with the CD at only $13.33 a month for 6 months, and more to pull 3 months at $26.67. And you can become a sustainer. So we should definitely play the music and listen and pledge your support. Call and get this and help Kathy Diaz out. Don't let Kathy leave knowing we didn't make our goal. This is a wonderful person here that does great music, does her study. She's like, does her homework, and she walks dogs and loves cats.
Yes.
So, yeah, so she's a pet lover, like most of us. So, folks, don't let Kathy Diaz leave without pledging. So if you're listening to my voice right now, you're listening to this program, go ahead and call. Call us. Pledge for music. We only have a week or so during this summer fun drive. It's winding down. Show your support for this program. Currently, we have no one on the line, but with your pledge of $25, you support music on KPFK with Kathy Diaz. More than $75 donation goes a long way, and it shows that Latin Afro-Cuban music is needed right here. And we got the Afro-Cuban specialist right here, one of them at least, and she's pouring out her heart, playing the music, and loving what she does. And hopefully you love what she does as well. So call now at 818-985-5735. Do not let us leave knowing that we don't have the support from Southern California for Latin music. And you know who you are. 818-985-5735. Or pledge online at kpfk.org. Get the CD for an $80 donation or those Tower Power tickets at that $100 donation level.
So, Gary, we're going to play some music. I know my goal was $1,000 an hour. We're already getting close to the end of the first hour, so I got some territory to make up here this hour and going into the second hour. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't let us down. Keep KPFK going strong.
Yes.
Here's Omara Portuondo doing a tune that she did with Cuarteto de Aida, representing music from her early career. Beautiful tune called Cariñito Azucarada, or Sweet, Sweet Dear. Dearest. Well, anyway, you get the drift. 818-985-5735. Hit 2 to get to the call center. This is what I would like to happen, Gary, during these next few minutes we're playing her music. I would like one person to call and take that power last pair of tickets for $100. Then I would like at least 3 people to call and take the 2 CD set with Amada Portuondo.
6 people.
Very reasonable goal. Okay, 6 people. Still a reasonable goal. So, pick up your phone, dial 818-985-5735, hit 2 to get to the call center. We want lots of these CD sets to go out, and we want that last pair of tickets to Tower Power this Wednesday at Hollywood Bowl. Get to it, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting for you. 818-985-5735, hit 2 to get to the call center. Caller number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll take you, and then 7 for the Tower Power. Here we go with some beautiful music featuring Kumara Portuondo.
We're playing from your CD, 818-985-5735. Pledge now.
Charlie.
Hey.
Oh, Gary, that's music from another time. Another time. That was Omar Portumondo with Cuartita de Aida doing Totiri Dachi, a nice little cha-cha-cha. Before that, we heard her doing Magia Negra, that old black magic, which is actually a big hit from her first solo album that came out, I'm not sure when, but probably in the 50s.
1959.
Yeah, yeah. And, then you mentioned that Omana was part of Orquesta Anacaona, a legendary all-female band out of Cuba. And actually, the band still exists, of course, with different ladies in the group. And then she joined Cuartito de Aida, which really had a great deal of success. They actually performed with Nat King Cole at the Tropicana.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I thought that was kind of fun, her version of gentlemen, I don't know anybody's pledge, but we hope somebody is getting to the phone and making a pledge of support to KPFK, and certainly for the Monday edition of Global Village here with me, myself, and I, Kathy Diaz. We're coming to the top of the hour. We're going to have to take a break, and I do have a special interview coming in at the top of the hour with a gentleman who wrote a very wonderful book that's all about Cuba, as a matter of fact, and we're going to be talking to the author of the book in our second hour. He's going to be talking to us about that. And we're looking forward very much to that discussion about a book called The Magic Hour, La Hora Mágica, with Lorenzo Di Stefano. We'll be talking to him after our break. But it's coming up shortly, Gary, so we need to get things started. We need to get the ball rolling. We need to get the calls coming in. 818-985-5735. Hit 2 to get to the call center. And, you know, if what we're talking about doesn't interest you, because it may not, you can always ask the person who answers the phone, what other gifts do you have? Because we've got a whole slew of gifts. Not to mention that with the $25 pledge, you can get a coupon to get a free subscription to Downbeat magazine. So that's just a cool bonus. We'll throw it in with a little bit of incentive. But I'm really hoping that some of you will become sustaining members. Right? That's what we really, really need to keep KPFK on firm footing. We need people to say, you know, just like I get my coffee fix every morning, I'm going to get a monthly fix with KPFK by making a small contribution of maybe $5 a month. I'm not talking about $5 a day. We're not talking about $10 a day. We're talking about a month. So if you can afford to do that, become a sustaining member. $5 a month, $10 a month, $15 a month, $30 a month, which is $1 a day, whatever. You won't even feel it in your pocketbook. So 818-985-5735. We're going to come in. We're going to take our break and maybe another one or two with Omada before we get Lorenzo on the phone to talk about his wonderful book and another great gift that we're offering. So, listen. 818-985-5735. Get to the call center, and right now we're going to take our break here at the top of the hour.
Support for KPFK is brought to you in part by Tangent Productions, presenting an evening of reggae roots and island-inspired music featuring Catch a Fire, Long Beach Dub All-Stars, Through the Roots, and Tomorrow's Bad Seeds. This multi-generational lineup brings together international reggae ambassadors, SoCal legends, and rising voices in modern roots music for a full night of live performances. The concert will be held at the Mayan in Los Angeles on September 13th, with doors opening at 4 p.m. More information and tickets available at universe.com and kpfk.org. KPFK 90.7 FM, Los Angeles.
All right, Gary, we're going to give people a little bit more music before we get Lorenzo on the phone. Don't forget, we're looking for your pledges of support. Whatever you can do would be so greatly appreciated. We are offering this great new CD set with Omada Portuondo. If you like Afro-Cuban music, this needs to be part of our collection. You know you've heard about her. You've seen her. She probably gained more public recognition when she did that work with Buena Vista Social Club. But 818-985-5735. Hit 2 to get to the call center, and we're going to leave you with another 2. 818-985-5735. Hit 2 to get to the call center. Porque out who knows all about this. In fact, he said that's one of my queens of Cuban music. So we have on the phone from the Ventura County, right? Lorenzo Stefano. Are you welcome to the show?
Hi, Kathy. Nice to be back.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been here. In fact, you're all about Cuban music. I mean, last time I think we had you here is because you had done that documentary on Los Zafiros.
That was great. Yeah, Los Latinos music from the edge of time. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you've got something else that's coming up, and we're so happy to talk about it because you have spent a lot of time in Cuba yourself, and you have published a book that is going to be released. Was it already released, or did it come out this week or last week?
It came out Thursday of last week. Yeah. Norma Martínez, photographer's journey through Cuba.
So, and I'm just going to throw it out right now so people can keep this in mind as we're talking about the book, that we're actually, you were so kind to give us a couple of copies of the book to offer as a premium. We're offering it for a pledge of $50. So if you'd like a copy of the book, got to give us a call right now because we only have a couple of copies, 818-985-5735. You hit 2 to get to the call center. So tell us more about this book. I mean, it's called Photographer's Journeys Through Cuba. So obviously we know it's a book of photography, but what is the background for the book?
I think tomorrow I'll bring in some pasta.
All right.
I just made some pesto.
There's some pasta pesto from Trader Joe's in there that somebody donated.
Oh, then I bought it so homemade.
Well, it's just one meal worth there.
I think I'll do a red sauce.
Following the fall of Soviet communism, Cuba, which was very dependent on Russia, Cuba, the Soviet Union, fell into serious.
Oh, I think I left my water in the car. Fuck. It's alright. I'll use this.
But the Pictures Chronicle 30 years ago, cross-country journey with my friend and tribe, Wanda Montano,
Or I'll have some iced coffee.
where more paper towels are?
No, I don't.
Terry's.
They're not under. Oh, yeah. You know where they are? I'll show you where they are. I think Arnella put them over here.
Probably good as some bagels and cream cheese.
Yeah,
It's a good. It fills up real good.
it does.
Where's Heather? And it's particularly interesting because we're sympathetic to Cuban people, and yet because we were tourists, we had access to things that they didn't, and it was fascinating. It was just a weird kind of a situation. So, you mentioned that you like Omar Portugal. I'm just so happy that we're offering these great gifts for our listeners. So not only do we have a couple copies of this book that we're offering for $50 or more, again, this is a magic hour, ahora mágica, the photographer's journeys through Cuba by Lorenzo de Stefano, that features some 123 black and white photographs. It's bilingual, by the way, English and Spanish. It chronicles his trip with its driver through the special time in Cuba, especially through some rural areas that many people may not be as familiar with. This one to go to, I know, some resort areas, I guess. But again, we're offering the book, and so all you have to do is give us a call. Remember, we've got a couple of copies, so once they're gone, they're gone. And we're also offering the Omada Portugal CD set for a pledge of $80 or more. So get them both, and not only have some music, but some visuals to look at while you're listening to the music. So let's give a listen. Let's take a really quick break and listen to another two with Omada, and then we'll come back and talk more to what is this Stefano about his wonderful book, Magic Hour, La Hora Mágica, Photographer's Journeys through Cuba. Both these premiums we're offering right now, 818-985-5735. You do call center, get both. I'm going to recommend get both. But let's a lot of right now. So hang on there. Let us be back in just a couple minutes.